ये जीवन कहानी उस महान व्यक्ति की है जिनकी स्मृति में यह स्मारक निर्माण किया गया है।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे।
संसार दावा नलनीहलोका त्राणाय कारुण्यं घन घनात्वं संसार दावा नलनीहलोका त्राणाय कारुण्यं घन घनात्वं प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणनवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं।
In the last part, we saw Saraswati Thakur pleased with Abhay and gives historic instruction to print books. Now, further.
শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ শ্রীরূপ মঞ্জরি পদ সেই মোর সম্পদ।
Good morning, General Scott.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
Cecil?
Good morning.
Please be seated, gentlemen. I'm sorry to have called you here at such an early hour. I've received a very important and urgent communique from the Home Office.
I'm always at your service, Your Excellency.
The Germans have joined hands with the Italians. They've invaded France. They are expanding their territories very rapidly. The Home Office has requested that we mobilize all our troops.
How does Your Excellency want the army to give its support?
The Home Office has ordered us to recruit as many Indians as possible to fight against the Germans.
I wonder how the Indian public will react. I can imagine there'll be quite an uproar.
Put it here and go. Why should we care about the opinion of the Indian public? After all, we are the rulers of this country, are we not? If someone joins our national army, surely we have the right to send him wherever we like, wherever we choose. gentlemen.
Yes, that's true. We're not recruiting them and paying them just to sit around doing nothing.
But what I mean to say is that there's already so much political unrest in the country, and an action like this could agitate them even more. Besides, most Indians are simple farmers or idle philosophers, and raising an army from this lot will be very difficult.
With all due respect, sir, some Indians actually make very fine soldiers, especially the Sikhs and the Gurkhas.
Maybe. But our experience is that even if we give all kinds of facilities, still people don't join the army. Today, I understand that the total number is hardly more than 150,000.
We will force them to join and make it so that they have no choice.
Your Excellency, I would hardly think that this is a good time to make such a move. All over the country, this Mahatma Gandhi is getting tremendous support for the non-violence movement. A move like this could easily disturb the public.
I don't mean to use direct force. Rather create a situation where they will be compelled to join the army.
How are you planning to do that?
We should burn all crops. We should commission all food stocks for the use of the army and the war effort. When the prices in the marketplace are inflated to such a degree that the ordinary man cannot afford to buy even his staple diet, he will be happy to join our army. Gentlemen, we shall have our army of Indians.
In every quarter of the earth, men long to be delivered from the curse of war and to find in a world which has regained its peace, despite from the harshness and the bitterness of the world they have known till now. But so often they want the kingdom of heaven without its king, the kingdom of God without God, and they cannot have it. Our resolve must back to Godhead. We make plans for the future, for peace amongst the nation and for civil security at home. That is quite right enough, and it would be wrong to neglect it. But all our plans will come to shipwreck on the rock of human selfishness unless we turn to God, back to Godhead. That is the chief need of every nation today.
Wait!
Hello, you are back again.
I read the magazine I took from you yesterday. I was deeply impressed with your analysis of the world's situation.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to hear it. But what are you going to do about it?
I'm not such a believer in God, but I'd like to point that acute selfishness has made man so inconsiderate and cruel.
Man has rejected God, and that's why he became selfish and envious.
Yes, I agree that faith in God makes a man selfless and caring. India is vivid proof of that fact.
I'm impressed that you perceive that.
I'm actually impressed that in India, despite so much starvation, people are not protesting and sit there without complaint. In my country, there would have been a revolution by now.
When one realizes that God is the supreme controller, he naturally learns to depend on him.
If I hadn't come to India at a time like this, I would not have understood how faith in God makes man so unconcerned about his material condition. This country has opened my eyes in so many ways.
Auntie, give them to me. I'll carry them for you.
That's all right. They're not so heavy. So how was your program?
Oh, it was great. Many people were there. Uncle Abhay gave a very nice lecture and people liked it. One man became very challenging, but Uncle Abhay smashed him. It was great.
Yes, and Govinda led a sweet kirtan at the end, and Prayag played the mridanga.
Wonderful.
Where is Sridhar Maharaj?
Maharaj is upstairs.
Hmm.
Go, wash your hands and feet. Prashadam is ready.
Yes, Ma, I am very hungry. What about you, Govinda?
Yes.
Maharaj.
Abhay Charanavinda Prabhu, you are back?
Yes. We arrived just now.
One medical student came to see you. He read your Back to Godhead magazine and became interested. I spoke with him. Quite an intelligent boy.
Oh, that's interesting.
It seems you're getting a good response.
Not really. The response is there, but it is very slow. Most of the people have no taste for this kind of reading. What are you writing?
Just some prayers to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Oh, let me see. Deva Siddha Mukta Yukta Bhakta Vrinda Vanditam Papa Tapa Dapataha Dagdha Dukha Khanditam. Wow, it's wonderful. What a brilliant prayer.
Deva Siddha Mukta Yukta Bhakta Vrinda Vanditam Papa Tapa Davadah Dagdha Dukha Khanditam Krishna Nama Sidhu Dham Dhanya Dana Sagaram Prem Dham Devameva Nomi Gaura Sundaram Prem Dham Devameva Nomi Gaura Sundaram Prem Dham Devameva Nomi Gaura Sundaram Prem Dham Devameva Nomi Gaura Sundaram.
Abhay Prabhu,
How are you, Maharaj?
I am leaving for Mayapur now with Govinda. What about you? Aren't you leaving the city?
No. I decided not to go anywhere.
No, Abhay Prabhu. You should go. The Japanese are going to bomb the city.
Let them drop the bombs. I'll just take shelter of Krishna. After all, death may come at any moment. But my business is to depend upon Krishna. I will chant the holy name. The holy name will give me all protection. And if I die then, due to chanting of the holy name at the time of death, I'll go back to Godhead. Therefore, either way, I'll receive absolute benefit.
Abhay Prabhu, what you are saying is true. Yes, why should we run for some material shelter when the supreme shelter of Krishna's lotus feet are always there? I'll also stay here with you.
That will be wonderful, Maharaj. Then we can go on the street and have Harinam Sankirtan.
Let us go.
Where are you going, Guru Maharaj?
We are going out to have a Harinam.
Aren't we supposed to go to Navadvip?
I changed my mind. We'll chant the holy name in the streets of Calcutta, no matter what happens.
May I also come?
Yes, sure. They are all running away out of this fear of death.
But when they see us fearlessly chanting the holy name, while the bombs are dropping everywhere, they'll realize that we have conquered death.
Probably at that time they will take us seriously and join Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement.
Then let's start our mission.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama जादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः हरिहराय नमः कृष्ण जादवाय नमः जादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः हरिहराय नमः कृष्ण जादवाय नमः जादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः
Today's news read: more than 10,000 people have died in the riots in Noakhali.
Yes. When the Hindus were leaving East Bengal, the Muslims stopped the train on a bridge. They slaughtered all the passengers and threw their bodies in the river.
Is this the independence we were looking forward to? I have so many relatives, along with 4 of my brothers and their families in that part of Bengal. But I don't know. I don't know if they are still alive.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Thousands of people are coming to this part of Bengal. Maybe your relatives are also among them.
How tragic. So many years of struggles for independence ending in this. How do you perceive all these things, Abhay Babu?
You see, the real cause of our distress is our forgetfulness of Krishna. Therefore, whichever way we try to solve our problems without surrendering ourselves to Krishna will always lead to misery. Those who struggled so hard to gain freedom thought that freedom from British domination will bring endless peace and unlimited prosperity for this country. They did not have the slightest idea that the citizens of the same motherland will become worst enemies.
But how do you foresee the future of this country, Abhay Babu?
Well, I see deprivation and despair. In order to remain in power, the so-called leaders of this country will cheat the innocent population and sell the country to the enemies for their petty little gain. Those who do not have any loyalty to the country will become the leaders by the strength of the votes of the ignorant mass. Therefore, what else will you be able to expect from them? So, be prepared for the worst. This independence will simply increase sufferings and problems. There won't be any peace and prosperity unless the leaders become God-conscious and teach their followers how to surrender unto Him.
But our leader Mahatma Gandhi is God-conscious.
He's a very good man, but he's not really God-conscious. He displays some spiritual sentiments, but that is not enough. Unless he knows who God is, how can he become God-conscious? I had asked for an interview with you, but your busy secretaries never care to reply this. I tell you as a sincere friend that you must immediately retire from active politics if you do not desire to die an inglorious death. Unless you retire from politics and engage yourself 100% in the preaching work of Bhagavad Gita, which is the real function of the Mahatmas, you shall have to meet with an inglorious death. I tell you as a sincere friend that you must immediately retire from active politics if you do not desire an inglorious death.
Abhay Babu, although you're a distributor of medicine, yet most of the time you speak about God and spiritual topics.
That is the real medicine that I came to distribute.
What do you mean?
My real business in this world is to distribute the medicine for the spiritual disease.
Spiritual disease?
Yes. Normally people are aware of their material disease, the disease of the body and mind. However, their disease is their forgetfulness of Krishna. In order to cure that disease, Krishna himself came and gave the medicine.
You mean Bhagavad Gita?
Yes. I want to make everyone read Bhagavad Gita and understand its teachings.
But Abhay Babu, practically in India, everybody understands the importance of Bhagavad Gita. Even I used to read it every day when I was young.
You may have read. But did you really understand what is the real message of Bhagavad Gita?
To tell you frankly, I did not. I just used to read it as a ritual. But I did not really try to understand the real meaning of it.
That is why we have to teach Bhagavad Gita as it was given by Krishna and as Arjuna understood it. Therefore, I call my translation Bhagavad Gita as it is.
Your translation?
Yes. I have translated Bhagavad Gita into English with my commentary.
It's amazing. It's amazing, Abhay Babu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. If I get a sponsor to print it, then I will distribute them and give lectures on its teachings.
Abhay Babu, I know someone, a very wealthy person, Dr. Alagappa. He's a very big industrialist and also he's a charitable person. He is considered to be the Birla of the South. I can speak to him. Yes.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful.
Okay.
Come, let's get down.
Sir.
Hello. Good morning, Mr.
Hello.
Alagappa.
Come in and sit down.
Thank you. Mr. Alagappa, Abhay Babu is a real saintly person. Even though apparently he leads the life of a businessman, he is always engaged in spreading the message of the Lord.
Very pleased to meet such a sincere soul.
As I told you before, he has translated the Bhagavad Gita in English and he wants to print it now for the benefit of the people in general. But he has no desire for any personal gain.
How many copies do you want to print?
Well, about 5,000 would be a good start.
You get the manuscript, I will make all the arrangement for printing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alagappa. This is a very big favor to me. I'll go back to Calcutta straight away and get the manuscript. I'm prepared to drop everything and settle down in Madras until the book is printed. Mr. Alagappa, I do not have the words to thank you. Have you seen the manuscript of my Bhagavad Gita? It was on my table when I left.
I do not know.
You don't know?
No.
Did anyone come and take anything from the room?
I said I don't know.
Prayag? Prayag?
Yes, Baba. Were you calling me?
Yes. The manuscript of my Bhagavad Gita. It was here on the table when I left. Did you see it?
No, Baba.
What's happening? That's a nice temple.
Yes, it is called Bharti Bhavan.
Let's go and have a look. This facility looks perfect for my use.
This temple was built a long time ago as a memorial to the wealthy Vaishnava landowner Radhabhai. But now, it is not in use.
Dr. Mishra, who you have already met, is occupying some of the rooms here. Otherwise, it is deserted.
Where is Dr. Mishra staying?
Over here.
Dr. Mishra! Dr. Mishra, are you in?
What a pleasant surprise.
I did not know that you live here.
Yes, I occupy 2 rooms here.
It's a beautiful place. It must be very peaceful here.
Yes, that's true. But the facility is sitting idle.
Who do I contact in order to get permission?
Mr. Devashankar Bhayal is the caretaker.
Where does the caretaker stay?
Not too far away from here.
Then let's go and see him.
I think it would be better if you meet Mr. Ram Mitro, because he is one of your admirers and a close friend of Mr. Bhayal. Mr. Bhayal? Mr. Bhayal?
It's nice to see you, Mr. Malik. Please be seated.
Thank you. I have brought Mr. Abhay Charan to meet you.
Yes, Mr. De, Ram Mitra ji told me about your desire to start an ashram in Bharti Bhavan.
Yes.
Abhay Babu is a very learned scholar and a great devotee of Sri Krishna. Many respectable people in Jhansi have started to appreciate him for his spiritual wisdom. If he is allowed to set up an ashram, the whole of Jhansi will benefit.
The place is hardly being used at present, and this seems to be a good cause. So Mr. De can use it for his ashram.
Does he have to pay any rent?
No, it will be given to him in charity.
Thank you, Mr. Bhayal. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
In order to systematically propagate Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message all over the world, we will need an organization. We will call it the League of Devotees, and Bharti Bhavan will be its headquarters. Although we are starting in a small way, but one day it will spread all over the world. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has predicted that, and his words will not go in vain. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Sanjeev, you are here?
Yes, I've come to see Mr. De.
He should be in the temple. Come, I'll take you.
Yes.